Just going through some of today's orders, and I'm starting to see some Halloween items creeping in to orders here. So I don't think it's the first. It's the most obvious sign in terms of people ordering pumpkins, but had some big orders for lots of blacks and purples and things, which I think could also be Halloween. Very little orange bricks going out at the minute though. Just sat here in front of the computer. It's a very hot day today. 29 degrees for this time of the year. September 7th is particularly bad or hot for this time of year. So I'm sorting out some used parts, some lugs here, some of these, and just putting these quickly up into the store while I'm watching a little bit of Brick Slayer on the right hand screen here. Got my brick store in front of me, and gonna get these uploaded quickly, and then I'm gonna be back to putting some sets up onto eBay. It's Wednesday the 8th of September, and pretty quiet today, or pretty quiet start to the day at least, with just 3 orders on Bricklink, just 38 lots, and pretty quiet start to the day. It's Wednesday the 8th of September, and it's a pretty quiet start to the day. Wednesdays can be really quiet, obviously. Just 38 lots on Bricklink with 3 orders, and 1 order on Brick Owl, and 2 orders to ship out on eBay. So I'm going to get cracking and see what we've got. Anyone else excited for this to happen? I literally can't wait to see what Apple are going to produce. Really looking forward to picking up a new iPhone. Mine's a few years old now. Going to be picking up one for me and the wife, I think. Shame that they're not going to be bringing out the larger iMacs during this event, and they're only going to be focused on the phone and the watch. But that'll do for now, and hopefully we'll see another event within maybe a month or so where we'll see more about the M1 Max being released. Here's an order that I'm packing ready to go out today, and it's including one of my favourite pieces in Lego, and that is this little plant piece. Absolutely love that. I know it's not really traditional Lego in terms of bricks, etc., but I just love all of the landscaping parts, and always enjoy picking an order that's got those parts in. So lots of minifigs here to sort out. All kinds of stuff going on in here. We've got some Toy Story bits and bobs in here that need to go. Some Minecraft, some Disney stuff, all sorts going on. Over here we've got some pirate things. Need to check out some of these, but these should be pretty decent. Torsos, the likes of this, and this one here is a decent one if it's in good condition. Redbeard there, and over here we've got some Lord of the Rings figures to list. Trouble is, and this is one of the decisions that I think you need to make, is whether you're going to sell full figures and you know, source the missing parts and add them to make the figures up. For instance, this one's missing his plume, or whether you're going to part them out. And to be honest, that's the biggest thing I struggle with when I'm looking at these figures. So here's another example. One of the dwarfs here from Lord of the Rings. Looks absolutely great till you turn it over, and it's got some sun damage there on the hairpiece, so I'll have to replace the hairpiece, which is a fairly expensive part, I think. And then you get into, you know, should I bother replacing that, or should I just sell the remaining parts? And that's what I find uses my time up, to decide, you know, do I sell these whole, or do I sell them as parts? Here's a minifig. I don't think this actually goes for an awful lot of money, and I seem to recall Pop's Block Shop was looking for one of these heads recently to complete the figure, and I do actually have the turban that goes with this in stock, so it would be very easy to make this figure up, so may do that, but don't think it's worth a fortune. It's a red turban that goes with that. Some other bits and bobs in here, and I do have a few containers sorted into kind of superhero stuff. This another good figure. I picked one of these up on eBay the other day. This one's missing one of the hands in the nugget colour there. Tiny bits of Ninjago there. Few animal body parts. This dragon part here, for instance, but missing, you know, the tail and the upper jaw. So probably list those as parts. So going to spend a few hours at this and see what I can come up with. And it's nice to, you know, just sort of divide your time up amongst different activities between, you know, sorting used brick, minifigures. Yesterday I was listing sealed sets on eBay, and that'll be the next decision, is when I've got these figures, will be to whether to list them on eBay or whether to put them onto Bricklink. And that's another thing that I'm just trying to firm up on at the moment, because I typically don't put any used figures on eBay at the moment, and I think I'm probably missing out on something there. And the only reason I don't, to be honest, is because I'm lazy. You know, it's just a bit more effort taking the photos, etc. Whereas I find with new stuff, I can just pull stock images from Lego or other places and list them as new, and they're really so easy to list that way. But I do want to get into more eBay stuff. I'm at, I think I said earlier in a previous video that I was at about 250, 260 items on eBay. I do want to get that up a bit, so let's see how we go with this lot. So I'm just sorting through some minifigs and came across this torso, which I thought looked interesting, and I was right. It is part of the Admiral, and the Admiral seems to be going for around £30. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the hat or the head. And looking at these, I was trying to decide, you know, was it worthwhile buying these parts? But looking at these prices, absolutely no chance. It would cost me something like £24 minimum to buy the hat and the head just to make up the figure. So the torso is going to be heading into the store, and the torso looks like it's going for up to £10, but still a nice little find. So look what I just found. I found this head for the Admiral, and it's in absolutely perfect condition by the look of it. And that head looks to be selling for around £8 to £10. Someone's selling one, only one available in the UK, trying to sell for £15.50. The big decision now is whether to buy the hat and update, make it a full figure and try and sell it that way, or to just sell the parts separately that I've already got. And there are a couple of figures up for sale, and none have sold since about April, whereas I noticed that the head is selling pretty regularly. If we have a look here, we can see that the head's been selling September, July, June, May, March, pretty regular. So I think it might actually pay to still list those separately and just take what I can get for them rather than investing in the full figure. Just came across another nice find sorting through the minifigures that I've got here. This one is the torso from the Dark Forest Castleman, and just to give you an indication of that figure, this is him, and he is selling for around $50 to $90. Clearly non-listed in the UK. Not sure if it would be popular in the UK or not. And the torso seems to be the most expensive part. So if we have a look at the torso here, torso is been going in the States, it's been going up to $45 just for the torso, and £12 in the UK. I don't know why somebody here paid $37 and $45. Seems a bit extreme when you look at the other prices. Now, the other expensive part in here is this blue feather, and there doesn't seem to be too many people selling this, at least not in the UK, and that's going for around £5 to £10 for that little feather. Now, I do have the hat, the torso, the legs. I don't have the head, but the head seems to be pretty common and is relatively cheap. You know, some cheap prices there for the head, so not worried about the head. So probably going to try and make this up and see if I can't make a bit of profit out of this one. So I think I'm pretty much finished sorting for today. Not an enormous amount, but got a bunch of figures here to be listed on eBay. Probably going to try them on eBay first. Some pirates in here, etc. I did find a few of the pieces that I've already shown for the Admiral, which will be listed separately. And then more importantly for this exercise, at least, I've got a bunch of figures here that I want to get parts for to make them up. I've already placed an order for some of them. It's really difficult though to get parts in quantity from one particular seller, as I'm sure all of you guys know. So the most I'm kind of mustering at any decent price is probably 6 to 8 pieces per vendor. So you can understand why you know, these approaches that some vendors have, where they've got large lot counts and they can facilitate fulfilling the orders with a much higher lot count, but the prices are just ridiculous. You know, like 800% different on the price compared to some of the vendors where you're only getting maybe 10 items at a time. So I'm gonna take this slow and steady. Not sure if this is an approach I really want to take. Seems a lot of work and a lot of time to manage it, versus just selling the parts off that you have of the actual figures. But it's all part of the exercise of learning and adapting, and just seeing if we can't change our practices and make a bit more money. So just coming across these 3 shields. These are from one of the Lord of the Rings sets. I think there's 2 of them normally in one set, but for some reason I've got 3 of them here. And just looking on Bricklink at the moment, I've sold them before, so I know that they're pretty good sellers, but they sold this month for £4.50 each. So I'm going to be listing them 3 somewhere around that amount and see if I can't get the same price. Now, who says these vlogs are not a good marketing tool? Just had Peter here watching my last vlog and buying my last Marvel frame. You might remember that in the last vlog I'd sold a couple of Marvel frames in quick succession, mentioning that I think people were probably using them for the latest Minifig collectible series, and Peter's beaten everyone to the punch with the last of the Marvel frames. Heading out all the way to Australia, so I need to check on shipping for that and hopefully get that sorted for him tomorrow. So thanks a lot, Peter. Thanks for the order and thanks for watching the vlogs. Okay, so next job is to get these 2 assembly squares parted out. I'm going to be passing these off to my little helper who's going to part them out for me, and then we'll look at getting them into the store. And just looking on the front of these, there is just over 4,000 parts per set, so that's 8,000 parts will be hitting the store shortly. Going to take a little while to part out, obviously. My little helper is not the quickest, but she'll get them done in a day or so, and then I'll work on getting them into the store. Must admit that these big sets are not my favourite thing to part out, just because they're such a big task. So I prefer the smaller sets, but this has got to be done from time to time, so let's get on with it. Now here's my little camera setup for taking photographs for eBay. I don't have a light tent as such, so I've just rigged up this white bit of cloth that I drape across a few things. Got a little Joby flexible tripod, and I've just mounted a cheap LED light on the top of that, which is temperature adjustable, so you can adjust it from warm to cool white. And I've took a few pictures, seems to be doing the job so far, but we'll continue to monitor how well it's performing, and if need be we'll get a light tent. But I really don't want a light tent sat around, and I don't want too much hassle in getting set up when I want to take pictures. So I'm going to go with this method for now, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm just watching the Brick Separators with Ralph from Ralph's Bricks and Derek from Pop's Block Shop, and this time around they're talking about selling Lego full time. And I was a little bit surprised to see them reference a video that I'd made a couple of months ago now, recapping on how things were going for me as a full-time seller. So let's just see what they have to say.
Because that to me is like a big thing, right? Like Brick Arena talked about, he had a really great video a couple months ago talking about his being full-time for a year. And to be honest, I didn't even know he was full-time, because I missed the first video where he said all the things that, you know, led up to him being full-time and the struggles he was having, right? And one of the struggles that he was having was he had a really good salary from his previous job, and so he would never have entertained going full-time unless those circumstances happened to him.
So it's really interesting to hear the guys talking about my video, and I think I just want to reiterate a little bit what I was trying to get across in that video, and that is, in essence, that lots of us want to be full-time Lego sellers, but the decision point on whether we can do that or not is different for everybody, because we've all got completely different circumstances. We've all got different salaries. We've all got different responsibilities. We've all got different amounts of debt. We've all got different benefits, and we're all at different stages of our life. Lots and lots of factors feed into the decision. So there's no one formula for everybody who wants to become a full-time Lego seller, to use that formula and just jump into full-time selling. It just doesn't work like that. I think, as Ralph said, I would never have taken the leap if I was in full-time employment. My plan, as I've said before, was always to use this to bolster pensions as I move into an early retirement, and I've said that the money that I make today does not replace what I earned when I was employed, but at the same time, it doesn't have to, and equally, I'm getting all of the benefits that I didn't get. When I say benefits, what I mean is the benefit of getting out of bed when I want, the benefit of not having a boss telling me what to do, the benefit of being flexible in my day, the benefit of deciding what it is I want to work on today. There are all of these sort of intangible benefits. They're not financially driven. They're just other factors that play into our lives and how we run the store. So you really have to look at all of those factors as well as the financials. I think for Derek, things were very different. Not very different, but he was very driven by his financials, and he could see very clearly from his spreadsheets, whatever, that he was financially viable to make the leap. And that's great. But again, that would depend on what he's bringing in versus what he would have been earning, what he needed to replace, what other factors play into his life. So we're all very, very different. Had I not been made redundant, I wouldn't be here selling Lego full time. But equally, it meant that I didn't have to go looking for a corporate job again, which I really didn't want to do. And it allows me to spend more time at home, more time with the family, more time with the grandkids. So it's so different for everybody. But anyway, get yourself over to the Brick Separators if you haven't already seen it. Watch the video, watch all of the previous videos, because it's good content, and it's always interesting to hear the guys talk, and lots of other YouTubers out there who are vlogging, who are running various instructional videos. Go and give them a listen, and just think very seriously before you think too much about aspiring to be a full-time Lego seller. And I don't want to be the one who's poo-pooing it and saying, oh, well, I'm great and I'm just trying to scare everybody off. It's not that at all. But it is just that it is so different for everybody. Think about your pensions, think about your health insurance. There are so many things to think about beyond just how many sales you're making today. Anyway, enough of that. Go over, watch it, and enjoy. So just found 7 of these video these are the Party Llama sets, and they're at £6.30 each. But I have a voucher here for £10 off a £40 spend of Lego, so I'm going to be putting that to some use. It's been another relatively quiet day today on the orders, and I'm not quite sure what's going on this week. So I've been taking that opportunity to sort some of these boxes out. These are some Wham the Christmas bauble divider boxes that I've had half a dozen of for a few years now. And this goes back to when I first started getting into Lego. Well, not really getting into it. This was when I was first sorting out a tub of used Lego that we had in the shed for years. And this was from my own families that went back to sort of even late 50s, early 60s, I think, and certainly into the 70s. And this is just full of old sort of classic stuff. I've just put away a load of train stuff, sort of wheels and things like that. There is some more modern sort of bricks and plates here. That these are going to be easy to sort out, obviously. All washed and cleaned as well, which is something I did at the start and haven't really done so much anymore. There's another couple of boxes down there to sort as well. So I've been doing that because that's the kind of job that sort of, you know, only I can do, I suppose. But at the same time, my little helper has been helping by parting out the assembly square sets that I showed previously. So there's 2 full trays there to sort and another one here. And one of the downsides of my helper is that she'll just part them out as she sees them in the bags and puts them in the cups. Now there'll be multiple cups here that have the same part in, so I'll tend to go through them and combine them before I start uploading to the store to save time. So lots going on. Just had a last minute order in for the weekend, which I've just got out, and then I am going to be heading off shortly and getting into the weekend.